What's going on, family? While editing my video, I noticed that I kind of left out the intro. So I'm going to explain why I picked this video to talk about in the first place. When I saw it, it was just one guy commenting on a video that he saw somebody else making, really. But that was kind of why I decided, like, I didn't want to make the video about what she was saying. I wanted to make the video about him watching her because I really, really understand a lot of the animosity that men and women have towards one another. I understand why we have the conversations that we have with each other, about each other, and I get it. I just don't like it, right? And I'm not judging anybody. I'm not saying anybody's right or anybody's wrong. Everybody's doing something that they don't have no business doing, right? But it does not do us any good to push each other away, to not give each other. How big is this nigga cup? It's not really helpful to sit, have conversations with each other about what everybody's doing wrong, right? I know we could all do better, but we could all do better, right? With that being said, what you need to work on might be a lot more obvious than what I need to work on. But it doesn't change the fact that we both got some things that need to be dealt with internally, externally, whatever have you, right? Life would feel a lot better if we helped each other instead of pushing one another to the side, right? Like we throw these people off to the left, like they just gonna go away. When you see somebody in distress, when you see somebody having a hard time, at some point, that's gonna come back to affect you. We talk about a lot, men have this thing about women who have kids. And I'm gonna tell you something. You can sit and let these women go off to the side and continue to be hurt, be damaged, be alone, be bitter, be resentful. You can let them sit and wallow in their hate for men. But you know what? Those women are raising kids. Those kids are the same age as yours. They're who your kids are going to be dating. These single women having a lot of sons. These are young men. We are fully aware of what it's like to grow up in a single parent household with a mother that feels the way that women do when they're alone for a very long time. Most men know what that is like, what that experience is like. We watching it now. All these YNs running around, stealing, shooting, robbing. Where they come from, right? These are parts of our communities. They're not just used rags. Even if they allowed themselves to be treated that way, at some point they were failed too. You sit and you let these single moms just go by the wayside, doing whatever, and letting whatever happen to them, telling everybody to leave them alone, don't deal with them. Like, no, you should not ruin your life trying to fix someone else's. However, there has to be a measure placed into our society to deal with those that fell through the cracks because they're us, and that could have been you. So that's why I made the video, because we need to have the difficult conversations, not the easy ones. We need to have the conversations that make us whole, not the ones that clearly define and point out what distinguishes us from one another. We need to come back together. And that's why I make the majority of my videos, especially when it has something to do with women, uh, something to do with not women, but relationships. Not just with men, not just like boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, and husband, just relationships with us, period. Our relationships with between ourselves, male and female, male and male, and female. We have a lot of growing to do. And I'm not throwing myself outside of that as if I'm already where I need to be. I acknowledge that I need to grow, and I understand that it would be better for us to grow together. So with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to the original video, and I'll see you next time.
I have not been having the best experience with men, honestly, now that I'm back open to dating and all the things. Men these days have an issue or this fetish with being chased, because I've been told recently that I'm not about to chase you. And I'm just trying to figure out who's running, because it's not me. However, it is the correct order of things. A woman.
Like, I'm aware that women have that opinion that the natural law is that a man is supposed to chase a woman, but from our perspective, we want to be desired by the things that we desire to have. We desire to be had by it as well, right? So if a man says he doesn't want to chase you, for one, do you want that man? If you do, well, why are you making him chase you? If that's not what he want to do, but you actually want to give him what he want, why are you doing the only thing that requires you to not do in order to get what you want? Like, are you saying whatever man you're dealing with isn't worth not making it harder for him? Like, why are you running? And where are you going? If where you want to be is where he is, why are you trying to be anywhere else? That doesn't make sense. From a man's standpoint, if you're running from me and I'm pursuing you, as soon as I recognize that I'm putting in effort to pursue you outside of what needs to be done, like if I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing in order to pursue you, and you just so happen to be of the opinion that you're not going to allow that to be good enough, then that leaves me with the option to, it's not really about the option that it leave me with. It's really just about how I leave somebody feeling. If I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do to pursue you, and you don't allow that to be enough, and you tell me that, or you just present me with the circumstances where I have to do more than that, just because you feel like I should. What if the guy that you want doesn't want someone to make his life more complicated just because they feel like it? And I'm not judging what you decide to do, but is that worth not being with who you want? That's just a you question, and it's a question. It's not a judgment. And outside of that, as a man, the man you want wants to feel like you want him. And it's not really about the chasing, honestly. If he's saying that you're chasing him, if he's saying that he feel like he's chasing you, he feel like you running. He doesn't know whether you want to be here. He doesn't know what his effort is doing. He can't read your mind. And he's telling you that. He's telling you that, hey, this isn't going the way that I thought it would when I did what I was supposed to. So now I'm trying to check in and see, where do we go from here? I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to get you, but you ain't being a guy. What's going on here? You know? Do we even have the same intentions with each other? You know, these are conversations that don't really get had at the time that they should. Normally those conversations get had a lot later. Too late.
Should not be courting a man. A man.
I got you. Just give me one.
And again, anything worth having is worth working for. It's worth fighting for. So for you to walk around with that mentality, at the same time you say that, you're saying that it's not worth the effort. We're not worth the effort. Why is a man not worth the effort? And I'm saying, like, okay, maybe you are better than us. Maybe you do more for society. Maybe you do more for the household and the family. Maybe you do more for us than we do for ourselves. Why does that also mean that we don't get to feel any value whatsoever? Why does that mean that we don't get to feel desired? Right? Why does that feel that? Why does that mean that we don't get to feel the same validation that you want to feel? Why don't we get that? I mean, I don't know, is it because women don't know that men want it? They do. We do. Men desire that. Men need that. We require that. Like, and then it's so crazy that we don't get it, because an actual man, what feels like validation to us is being of service, really. Like, a lot of people don't look at it like that. They look at it like it's a control thing. But honestly, you serving your woman when you provide for her, when you protect her. You serving that woman. You serving that woman when you pay her, do whatever you do. You being of service to that person because you're providing a service for them that they're not doing for themselves. It's something that they require, and you taking care of it. You are providing for the person that you're taking responsibility for. You caring and nurturing that person. As we men don't normally see it like that. We don't say it like that. We feel like generally men feel like it's there's a control. Like, men and women feel like there's a control. They feel like this whole relationship thing is like we're sitting in the car, kids in the back seat, adults, parents in the front seat, and only one person can be behind the driver's seat with the steering wheel. And that's not. We live in houses, not cars. We don't have to act like that.
One second, baby. Do y'all see what I see? I think that's a baby seat. At first, let me look at this really quick. Yep, that's a baby seat. I thought that was just a part of the seat. You know, like, for example, if you got a Mercedes or you got one of those and they got the pillow in the back or it's extra plush. That's what I thought that I seen initially. And I looked at her and I said, oh, this is a really cute girl. Why would she ever have problems dating? Why would she have problems? Why does she have to take a break from it in the first place? And now the context is different, because I'm assuming that she had to take a break because she had to take care of her baby, or she had to deal with her baby daddy or something like that. See, all of this, you the prize and stuff, that's going to be different. All right, let me rewind this. Let me get the full context now that I hear it, now that I see what she's talking about. You got to remember, communication is not just what you say. It's what you do, how you say it, all of the product placement that's happening all around you. And so the dynamics has changed.
All the things. Men these days have an issue or this fetish with being chased, because I've been told recently that I'm not about to chase you. And I'm just trying to figure out who's running because it's not me. However, it is the correct order of things.
You know what? One of the biggest problems that people have today with relationships is trying to figure out who wrong and who right. Who did it and who didn't. Man. Why? Like, you can really just sit down right now and say, I just want to fix it. Like, honestly, you don't even have to sit down with that person and try to figure out whose fault it is. Express how you feel about the situation. And hey, this happened. This how I feel. I don't want to feel that again. Let's have a conversation to make sure that don't happen. Like that's really all it takes. Proper communication. And in that regard, there's nothing wrong with showing somebody that you're interested. If a man tell you to your face that he feel like you running, that mean he don't understand why he gotta chase you when he already done made it clear that he wants you to be right there beside him. Why you still, like, you're not supposed to still be running at that point. It's confusing. I don't understand why I need to have this conversation with you.
And so the dynamics has changed.
All the things. Men these days have an issue or this fetish with being chased, because I've been told recently that I'm not about to chase you. And I'm just trying to figure out who's running because it's not me. However, it is the correct order of things.
Sometimes a person that gets told that might feel like they're not doing it. You might feel like, as a woman, you just doing what women do. You doing everything that you're supposed to do in order to date somebody correctly, right? And then a man comes telling you that you running. You feel like, I don't know what you feel like. You might feel like he wants you to make it too easy for him. I don't know. What I will say is that, man, sometimes people just have a difference of opinion. I'm sorry, not opinion, perspective. They might not just be looking at it the way that you're looking at it. You might not just be looking at it the way that they're looking at it. You might not see, you might just not even be paying attention to the effort that they put. You might be missing a lot of the effort that they putting in. Not to say that you're doing it on purpose, but just to say that maybe to them, they doing things that you don't really care about. But it's things that they don't ever do for real. They doing it for you. And in their mind, they doing a lot of things for you that they don't even do for themselves. And you looking at it just like regular stuff. So you don't feel like, you don't understand where this energy come from when they hitting you with, when they saying it don't feel like you doing enough. It don't feel like you showing enough concern. It might just be a matter of perspective that's being misunderstood. If a man is telling you that he feel that way, instead of getting angry and feeling like, oh, I'm not doing that, you must be playing games with me, just ask why. Why do you feel that way? And if that's not what you're doing and you're not really trying to play games, then validate how that man feel if he has earned it. If that's what that man requires from you and that's what he's earned from you, give it to him. I mean, you don't have to, but you don't have to keep him either.
A woman should not be courting a man. A man should be courting a woman, if y'all want to talk about gender roles and the way things are supposed to work. But a lot of,
I thought we said a long time ago that we didn't want to have roles anymore. But I don't know. I don't really get the conversation that's being had. Like, on one hand, you got women saying that men ain't nothing, so we're gonna make ourselves not need you anymore. Now women are the breadwinners. They pay their own bills. They get their own nails did. They do their own hair. They got their own car, own job, own house, everything. They're self-sufficient. No matter how many kids they got, they winning. They doing it on their own. Solitary. They're solitary individuals. They're sovereign, right? Sovereign entities. So for a man, it's like, all right, so what do I do when I get here now? You doing everything you need to do for you, and you doing everything I need to do for you. So what do I do? Like, I be hearing a lot of women say guys are secure. Why not? Why wouldn't they be? If you sit here telling me all day, every day, I don't need you, you don't need to be here, I do everything that you do without you, what's secure? He's insecure. What's secure? What is secure? What is secure if there's nothing there for him to do, for him to be? Like, he is just there at that point. And that's not secure. That's not security. That's not a good feeling. That's like, I'm not doing any, there's nothing now that I can do to solidify my spot. So you could go at any time. There ain't nothing I can do to change that. So if I put all my time and attention here, that might not be a good outcome for me. You're not making that feel safe. You're not making that sound like a good idea for me to do. Like, it's not about whether I should or not. It's like, you making it sound dumb for me to do it. Why would I feel like I should plant my roots here and plan to never leave if you're always telling me that I might not stay? That's just dumb for me to do after you express that in whatever way. So with the proper communication, is like something that's really, really lacking in our community, for real.
We're gonna continue this conversation in a minute, but for whatever guy that she's dealing with, and this is not respective to you, I have no respect to persons, it's not to you personally, but to whoever or whatever type of man that she's dealing with, I know she gonna find a simp somewhere. It's inevitable. It's always a simp somewhere that's willing to play another man's.
And please, let's stop calling men simps that make different decisions that we do. You know what I'm saying? We're a family, and everybody got a role. Every role that each of us plays is necessary.
Same game, but run, dog. She's talking about who's running. You need to be running. Real talk. Do not, and I repeat, especially for men that do not have children, I would never advocate for you to do something that I would not do myself. Never talk to a woman with children. I just did a review video the other day of a guy's stepson killing him and taking his Cadillac Escalade. Tell me if you know this. It's over in Atlanta. You can go and look at it. Look it up right now. A stepson killed the stepfather, took his Escalade, and then it went south from there. Never, ever, under any circumstance, finish another man's save game. Now, you're really not the prize now.
One thing I want to say. One aspect that we all really need to grow past. We really got to stop devaluing and unvalidating women that have had kids and they're separate from the father. We gotta stop calling our women baby mamas. They acting like that. Okay, they're acting that way, but it's just the act. It's not who we are. Like, all the ghetto-ness and ratchetness is not like melanated as melanated individuals. All the low vibrational activity that we engage in as a norm in our society, that's not us. It's not a representation of us. That's not our culture. That's not the way that we act. That's not who we really are. And I rebuke it. I understand that we have these individuals out here that act the way that we say they do. I get it. I do. But I also understand why. And I also understand that that's just programming. That's not us. That's not who we are. And we need to stop looking at it that way and acknowledging it as if it is. We have to grow to support one another. We gotta stop bashing. We gotta stop punching down on women and men. We gotta stop punching down on people for I'm not gonna even say mistakes, for the choices they made in their past. At the end of the day, man, for a guy who ain't never had a family, who's never had kids, to meet a stable woman, and I mean emotionally stable. Because if you emotionally stable, you gonna be financially stable. It's not hard. That's conscious, man. It don't even matter what them came in and went out of it. If you meet a woman who's conscious, who's aware, who's emotionally stable, who knows who she is, who's in her, not her self-care era, not that, but she embodies her feminine qualities and her feminine nature. She lives in it. Like, if you meet that woman, it doesn't matter what she have as that comes along with her, that you have to also provide for, because as a man, it definitely will be worth it. Like a good woman is a good woman, the right woman is not gonna, it's like they're not gonna give you problems. It's like whatever problem you have, they just gonna be part of the solution. It ain't like you meeting a bad person don't have anything to do with whether they have kids or not. Yeah, it's a lot of people who they made decisions in their past and they got kids that they didn't plan for, and it affect how they interact with the rest of the world. Yeah, for sure. But you got people who don't have kids and do the same thing, and they terrible. That like somebody having kids has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with who they are as a person. You could be a wonderful person, but like a lot of one thing that women don't really get is it don't really be that you have kids. When a man gets to know you, when they figure out that you have kids, they assess you at that point. Like, I'm trying to figure out what type of woman you are, what type of mother you are, what type of person how are you gonna act? How are you gonna treat me? Like, what is being with you gonna be like? Because you having a child changes it. Because as a man, to support you means to support your child. As a man, not how you feel about it. As a man, to support you means to support your child. For me, for us, right? Are you gonna let me do that? Are you gonna let me be a part of that kid's life? Are you gonna make me be an outside person that doesn't have anything to do with what's going on? Like, you never know what type of guy you got. You might have a guy that never had a family that would love the idea. Maybe he can't have kids. He glad that you got however many you got because it's more than one. You know, he might have wanted a big family. You know, he might maybe you find a guy that never had a family at all. There's plenty of guys that would love to be with a woman that, regardless of whether, not because she got kids, but regardless of whether she got kids or not, just because of who she is. And you shouldn't judge or dismiss somebody based off of their kids. It's really not even that. It's you. It's you. It's not. Being a single mother is not the issue. It's you. Like, if you having a problem with somebody and you feel like it's because of your kids, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. If you having bad luck with dating, it's not because you a single mom. It's because of you. It's because of your it's because of some aspect of you made him make that decision. Because as a man, I can tell you, like, when guys sitting out here saying how they feel about women with kids, it's not how they feel about women with kids. It's how they feel about women. Like, not to say that they don't like women as a whole. It's just some women act a certain way when they have been a single parent, and they don't always realize that they act in that way, and they don't always hear you when you tell them that they're acting that way, and they come off and later when they talking about the situation, they describe it as if the man that they were dealing with had an issue with how he thinks, right? So, or how he feels, or what he wants is an issue. He's wrong for wanting what he wants or liking what he likes. He has a problem because he doesn't want me. Like, that mentality can keep, is really, really good for, like, not being with anybody ever. Because if you can rationalize never having to grow as a person, never having to develop, never needing to, never choosing to stay who you are, like, you ain't gonna, if you're not willing to adapt when your environment change, when your circumstances change, you cannot still act single when you're not. You can't act when nobody was. If you're dating somebody, you can't act the same way you are when you're not dating, right? If you, and again, we can do all these things. We can cheat on each other. We can do bad by each other. We can hurt each other. We can lie to each other. We can beat each other, but we don't want to, though. That's not what we seeking. That's just what we be ending up with. And I feel like, I know if we came to the table and had a different type of conversation, we get a different type of resolution, a different type of understanding, a different type of interaction with each other.
This is crazy, man. Listening to this.
Men these days are in your soft man era, and I'm gonna need the real man to stand up.
And it's not flattering when anybody stands up on the podium and goes, "Ew, you're an icky person because you don't like me. Something is wrong with you for not desiring me." What does that sound like? Like, I don't get why. I really don't understand how somebody can say that, hear that, and then be okay with it. I don't get it. I don't get that thought process. I don't get how you can feel that way. How can you feel that way? How can you believe that? How can you think that? How can you feel like I really want them, but they don't want me? So there must be a problem with them. Like, what? That is crazy. Why? Why does something have to be wrong with them for not wanting you? It's like you don't want everybody. Why? You don't even want everybody to want you. It only mattered because you couldn't have what you wanted. Like, understand that. You wouldn't even care why if it was somebody that you didn't desire. But you need a reason for them to not want you. There has to be a reason why they didn't. And it doesn't feel good if their reason is you, I suppose. No, it doesn't feel good if their reason is you. So you tell yourself that it was him. That's tough. That's tough. It's like gaslighting at its finest, but it's crazy because it's like mentally manipulating yourself, which is weird.
Because where y'all at? Because these new men, they're approaching women and they're telling these women that they want them, but then they don't want to take on the responsibility that comes with that. If you approach a woman, or
I'm assuming that she's saying,
you know what? Maybe a lot of times people think they know what they signing up for, and they step up to the plate, and the person that was supposed to be throwing a fastball hit them with a curveball. Now listen, I wasn't ready for this. We had a talk. Yeah, I know you had a kid, but I didn't know this is who you was gonna be. See, if you tell a dude you got a kid, right? And y'all, seriously, if you tell a guy you have a child, and he still entertains you, he still interacts with you, he still pursues you, and later on, he stops. It wasn't because of the kid. Once you tell a guy you got a kid and they keep on trucking when they dismiss you, it wasn't because of the kid. It was because of you. I'm not saying you did anything wrong. I'm telling you how he felt. He left because of you. Even if it was an interaction that he had with the kid. That kid lived with you.
responsibility is the it's the package deal. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? God, do women not understand? Like, they just be picking up this app and start talking on a mobile device, and then they look at it, they put the captions on it, they put the title below it, and y'all just release it into the wild and don't take into consideration who you are. Honest to God, and I'm genuinely curious, is every woman delusional about who she is, what value that she brings? Because you know that the value of something is based off of what the market conditions are. Like, what somebody...
First of all, nobody want to be judged by what they bring to the table. For being honest, it's a lot of dudes that had an expectation. You as a woman, you come to the table, sat down and everything you got. I kind of see how women got to the mindset they do now. Like, you go from men feeling like, hey man, you come to the table with nothing and I got you. But when you get there, you realize this comes with you having to do everything that he wants you to. And it comes with him having more control over you than you knew that you were going to have to give him. I get it. You didn't want to be a possession. You didn't want to beg for what you need, for what you want. And I totally get how you went from being not robbed, but not being marginalized, being possessed and bought and owned, to possessing yourself and buying yourself and having so much spite. I get it. But like, we both victims. The predatory tactics that men use against women, that's not our culture. That was given to us. That was never forget. People who look like me, who look like us, never forget. We do not thrive in our culture. Let me rephrase that. We do not remember our culture. We do not express our culture. We do not live in our culture. Everything we do, everything that we know was given to us. Everything that we are was taken. We literally don't remember who we are, how we treat each other, how we act, none of that. These are not how we maintain relationships, and that's why they're not working. We don't act like this. We don't behave like this. We don't think like this, and we don't talk like this, and we don't treat each other like this. We don't treat our women like this, and our women don't treat our men like this. This is not us. That's why it's failing. That's why it seems like no matter what you do, every time you do what you said, what you told to, it goes wrong, right? Because our culture dictates how we interact with each other, and our culture is wrong. It's not ours. Our culture that we've adopted was constructed to be our demise, to defeat us, to separate us. The way that we think, the way that we treat each other. Our women not our possessions. Our men not a money bag. We don't own women. We're not supposed to buy them. They're not a bag. They're not a shopping item. We're people. We don't treat each other like people. We treat each other like a missing piece of what we're supposed to possess. Like, we treat each other like a thing of mine instead of a piece of me, right? We don't allow each other to have alternate views on how we want to express ourselves in our culture. We always find reasons to hate each other, to other each other, to separate ourselves from each other. We always find a reason to hate and dislike. We always find a reason not to have to treat each other better. That's really why this shit ain't working. That's the real reason why we don't have the relationships that we want to with people. Because we're not being us. We have social constructs that don't fit our nature. It's like you go get a dog and train it to act like a cat, but he can't climb no damn trees. It can't catch birds. Like, I mean, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work, and the dog wouldn't be happy trying to be a cat because it couldn't do any of the things that dogs do. Just like we can't love on each other the way that we do. Don't a woman really want a man to just buy her stuff? I don't know why nobody really has an honest conversation about the fact that bags don't make women happy. Designer clothes don't make women happy. Shoes don't make women happy. They're good substitutes because we can't love each other right no more. The only thing that make a woman happy is love. For real. Being able to express love, being able to receive love, being able to nurture, being able to support, being fulfilled, being a vessel of fulfillment, being the matriarch, being responsible, being loved, being loving. Like, those are the things that make women happy. Being a support system, being a provider. Not because finances is not, it's the least valuable thing that a man or a woman got to offer for real. It's like that stuff secondary really. If you can get yourself together, the money gonna come. What you really seeking is somebody who's already sought themselves. That's what you really need. That's what you really want. And you ain't got to deal with all this. It don't matter how many women a kid got. I mean, it don't matter how many kids a woman got. It don't matter how many women a guy been with. If they've sought themselves, even if they haven't found it yet, when you meet them and they doing that, it's good. It's good. Not only are they gonna end up resolving whatever issue eventually there is, they'll be a guide of life for you and your path too. We just, as a whole, seek the wrong things from each other. Why you seeking a man that got a whole bunch? Why you seeking a man that got more money than you when you got enough money for you? Why you looking for somebody that's willing to pay all of your bills if you want to be independent? Why you looking for a man that want to buy you when you don't want to be bought? Why you looking for a man that got the mind that they can spend every dime on you, when every man that had it, he buying you, he buying your obedience, he buying control, he buying you. He is buying you. He's not buying the bag. He's not buying the trips. He's not buying the food. He's buying your mind, your heart, and your body. Like when you really sit, I want you to understand, if a man comes to you and he wants to just buy, and he's letting you know right now, I'm gonna drop every dime on you. He feel like that's all he gotta do for you. That's all he wanna do for you. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's lazy. That's laziness. It's so easy to spend money on you because I don't have to think and put in effort into nothing. I can just make a phone call and swipe a card or put some numbers in, or dial some numbers in my phone, and I can go spend the rest of my time doing whatever or whoever I want. It don't matter. The money don't matter. The money doesn't show effort. Spending money on you allows me to not spend effort. I ain't gotta do much. I ain't even gotta be there to spend money on you. It's real convenient if I don't really want to be shit for you, to just be able to drop a bag whenever you get upset. I can buy your I'm not even buying your happiness. I know full well this shit ain't really making you happy. It's just shutting you up. I can buy you dealing with me. And that's not. Nobody want that. Nobody want to feel like that. Nobody want to be treated like that. I know you want to be loved. For real. Everybody do. I know that because you're human, and that's all of our nature, man or woman. or if you feel like you're somewhere in between the outsider, but it's in your nature if you're human. And yeah, man, don't, if you know in your heart that that's not really what you, and I know a lot of people feel like that's the best option in the cards for them. To, ain't no man gonna do right, so I might as well get one that's gonna provide for me in the manner that, you know, I see fit. But that's not true either, because people can grow. You know, you can sit there and have an interaction with somebody. Just take your time with that person. Once you see that somebody not coming at you like that, and they coming at you showing concern, they showing effort, like even if you're not really attracted to somebody, just spend time with them and see what it's like to be in their presence. See what it's like to be innate energy, to create a vibe. See what it's like to be you when you with them. Like, instead of dating, have experiences with people. You don't even have to be like interested in somebody to spend time with them. Just start being with people. Just start being around people and getting to know them for no ulterior motive. Just to have an experience with them and who they are. You know, you don't have to settle, man. You ain't gotta settle. You ain't gotta settle for that. Cause you better. And we better too. And I'm telling you, like, if you give men the right energy, they'll come at you correct. If you feel like you can do whatever you want to do, look however you want to look, come with whatever baggage you want to come with, and feel however you want to feel, okay. That person then also has the right to feel how they want to about you too. Like, whoever you want to deal with, they get to feel however if you get to do whatever you want to do, they get to feel however they want to feel about it. I mean, the person that you don't want the things that you want to do, then sound like you have to make a choice. I mean, which one do you want? You want to do what you want to do, or have what you want to have?
Somebody is willing to pay for it, right? What is going on?
If you have a woman thinking that you're into her like that, and that you want her, then my sir, there is a job that comes with that. If you're not ready to put on the responsibility and take care of what you're supposed to take care of, then move around. Take a seat and avoid that young lady. Don't be approaching women like you're ready. Because the second she calls you out for your lack of consistency, now you have an issue.
And she got her titties out. And she got her breasts out.
A spade. What a real man at? Real women are tired of the little boys. We don't want them. We'll take.
I hear this a lot. And I'm about to say something about it now. Like, man. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just confused. I don't get it. Why I gotta be a bad guy because I don't want you? Why I gotta be a bad guy just because I don't want to do all this extra work? Why I gotta be a bad guy because I made a sacrifice not making the decisions that you made to put myself in the position that you in. I didn't want to be there. So I didn't do a lot of things that I wanted to do so that I wouldn't be there. And now you telling me because I made all these sacrifices, I made the sacrifices that you didn't want to. I took responsibility for things that you didn't want to. Not to say that I made the right decision, but that was the decision that I wanted for me. That was I made the choices that led to the outcomes that I wanted for me. Right? I know that's not for everybody. That's what I wanted for me. So when I meet you and I'm interested in you, but I'm not really interested in what you bring, because those are the things that when I see you and what you bring in, and I'm thinking to myself like, man, that could have been me, but I made sure that it wasn't. That could have been me, but I did what I didn't want to do. I said no when I wanted to say yes, and I did things that I didn't want to do to make sure that I'm in the position that I want to be in, that I'm comfortable and I'm cool and I like it. I like my life like this. I don't really want to add all that extra. I'm not there. It's not, I have the money, I have the time. I don't have the desire for you. I don't have the desire for your circumstances. I don't have a want to do. I don't want to have to do all the things that I'm going to have to do with you. I don't want to have to wait. I don't want to have to spend more, do more. I don't want to have to do without. I let go of a lot of things, that I wanted, to make sure that I can get up and do what I want to do, to make sure that I didn't want obligations outside of myself, and I still don't. That I'm a bad person because of that. I'm a bad person because I enjoy my solitude. I enjoy my personal time. I enjoy being free. How can you hate me for that? How can you hate me just for not being you? I don't get it.
Like the real ones with the nice bodies and the nice chocolate skin and the nice velvety white chocolate. Where y'all at?
Yo, honestly, and this is no shade to her whatsoever. Clearly, she's a pretty girl, but there's so many red flags in this situation that you guys have to avoid. And when I say, I'm saying that by all means avoid. You first gotta ask yourself this question. If it was so great, if she's so awesome like she's projecting herself to be, and she's a very cute girl. I don't know if she got a filter, it don't look like, I don't know. I mean, it's the internet at this point. But she's a very, very cute girl. But her breast is out. And and I haven't looked in her comments since y'all sent me this video, and I'm gonna put a link down in the description, and so if y'all want to mine through and figure out whether or not she's a single mama, a single baby mama, if you want to confirm it, I don't need any more confirmation. I see it in the back seat. She's not a babysitter. I'm pretty sure that the kid maybe is with Mima or is with the father. And if you decide that you want to get involved with a woman that is willing to put her breasts with the baby seat in the back on blast, and she's saying where the real man at, here's the truth for the women, all right? Here's the truth. Men do have a lot of options when they get to a point, especially as they age, as they get older. Your earning potential don't even reach its apex until you in your late 50s, early 60s, which means that you have a lot of growth to do. And it doesn't mean that every guy is awesome or every guy is winning. But what I am saying is that, you know what? Some of us have flaws, but others of us have bigger flaws, and you're going to have to pick a struggle. You are going to have to chase the man that you want. You're going to have to shoot your shot.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, from a male perspective, it's really the same as what he's saying. We got to pick our struggle. It's more women than men, but how many women how many women are there to pick from that don't have kids? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys that may not. I don't know. I don't really feel like, in general, a woman having kids, it's not really a deal breaker for guys. And I mean most guys, like even guys that don't want kids, a woman with a child is not a deal breaker. I'm not like, even the guy who don't want to deal with a kid, if even the guy who don't really want that, if he like just chilling with the woman and getting to spend time with her, get to know her, and she like a goddess for real, that has nothing to do with being sexy and attractive. That's an inner light shining. Being a goddess. If her inner light is shining, unless it's a crazy number, right? Then this don't matter. If it's too many, it's too many. Like, I'll just know. But not me personally, but I'm just saying, like, from a guy's perspective, numbers do matter, right? So, but outside of that, just having a kid in general is not a deal breaker for guys, man. It's really just about the woman. It's about the you. It's about how she is, who she is. It's not about what she's bringing to the. It's not about what else she's bringing to the table. It's what she is at the table, right? And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up because I really got to the point that I was trying to make. And no disrespect to anybody, like even the guy commenting on the video, so I haven't agreed with his premise, but no disrespect to him, or how he feel, because I get it. I didn't want the outcomes anymore that I got from that frequency, from that mindset. So I navigated away from it. So no disrespect. All love, really. Even to the young lady in the video, I didn't see the video in the description because I really wanted to just comment on her, but I didn't see the link. However, it's all love, no judgment. The only intent that I had for creating this in the first place was just to input a navigation system, to have a better conversation about these things, to have a better understanding about these things, so that we can come together and peace and love, man, and build up some harmony with each other. Like, it's just so crazy. Like, I don't think people get how crazy it is that men and women don't get along. Like, if you just think about life, if you just look around, don't look around. Close your eyes and think about it. It don't make sense. It don't make sense for men and women to not get along. That baffles the mind. We not supposed to be in that place with each other. We really, really not. We really, really are naturally in a much better place with each other. Are we there's a lot of dislike for the opposite sex in this world at this point. I can't say I don't know where it come from, but that shit need to go back. Cause I wanna see us loving each other again. I wanna see us supporting each other again. Like, it's a lot of connectivity in our communities that is not there no more, and I miss it. You know what I'm saying? I miss when we was us. When we was us, And that's really what motivates me to do what I do when I'm doing this, to navigate back to us, Not me, not you, us. Well, just us being one. But with all that being said, I hope you have a wonderful rest of however much of your day you have left. Peace, love, and till next time.